Iran has laid a trap for America, and we cannot fall for it. This is the Double Tap Show, and my name is Nephi Khaliki. Join us every week for a different view on guns, self-defense, training, and all the tools you need to stay safe. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons and turn on your notifications. Today's show is brought to you by SafeGunLock.com. In today's world, criminals have learned to take mobile gun safes and use powerful tools to gain access to your firearm. With Safe Gun Locks, you have a way to safely secure your firearm while also making it unusable to criminals, even if it is stolen. For more information on how you can do your part to keep guns out of the hands of criminals, visit SafeGunLock.com and be sure to enter the code VEGAS. Tension between Arabs and Jews can be traced back as far as Isaac's twin sons, Jacob and Esau, in the Bible. As the story goes, Esau returned tired and hungry from the field one day and asked his brother Jacob for some soup. Jacob told his brother, who held the birthrights as the firstborn, that he would give Esau some soup if he gave up his birthright. Esau agreed. When their father Isaac, who was blind, was on his deathbed, the time had come to pronounce his birthright to his firstborn son Esau. Isaac's wife Rebekah favored the younger son Jacob and convinced him to put on Esau's clothing and use goatskin to trick Isaac into thinking Jacob was Esau. Apparently Esau was hairy. To make a long story short, Jacob eventually inherits his father's vast wealth and at some point receives the name Israel. Esau was entitled to inherit his father's wealth by birthright, but sold it for a bowl of soup. The 12 sons of Israel, also known as Jacob, each had families. These families grew generation to generation and formed what most of us know as the 12 tribes of Israel. These 12 tribes also inherited the wealth and birthright of their father Israel. The descendants of Esau were known, according to the Bible, as Edomites. While Palestinians deny any ancestry to Esau or Edom, they are at least distant cousins. In modern times, people trace the Palestinian-Israeli conflict as stemming from the Balfour Declaration, which displaced Palestinians and made Israel a state in 1948. No matter what you believe or how far you want to go back, the conflict is essentially a land dispute. It is so thoroughly ingrained in both cultures that it is unlikely it will end anytime soon. My concern with the war between Israel and Palestine is the effect it will have on America and our relationship, which is already strained, with Arab countries. The recent peace talks between Israel and Saudi Arabia don't sit well with many Arab countries, any more than it did when Saudi Arabia allowed infidels to drill for oil on kingdom soil. As a Muslim country, Iran would be most opposed to any peace talks with Israel. As peace talks between Saudi Arabia and Israel looked more and more like a reality, Iran needed to do something to stop it. So, they poked an old wound that hadn't quite healed over and manipulated Hamas to poke the bear. Iran undoubtedly instigated tensions and manipulated a terrorist group to get all fired up over the Jews again. This time, they offered them weapons, money, and who knows what else. When Hamas attacked Israel on October 7th, I immediately keyed in on Prime Minister Netanyahu referring to this attack as Israel's 9/11. This was a specific reference designed to appeal to American sentiment, which meant it was a way to get the American people to join the fight against Hamas and the Palestinians. This we cannot do. Now, I'm not suggesting that we don't support Israel, because we absolutely have to support them. But if America is drawn into a war where Americans kill Arabs and Muslims on behalf of Jews, the tension between Middle Eastern countries will burn for the next 1,000 years. That hatred will spawn more acts of terrorism that will make 9/11 pale in comparison. Iran is using Hamas to stoke the fire between Israel and Palestine because Iran knows that Israel will come to their allies, the United States of America, to help them in their fight. I know a lot of Israelis. I know a lot of Jews. We not only share a love for hookah, but we have a great love for guns. And Israelis make some of the best guns in the world. Israel doesn't need the U.S. to join in this fight. The truth is, Israel needs to win this fight on their own. They are more than capable. They need to annihilate their enemies and send a message to the world that never again will Israel be the target of hate without deadly consequences. As many people around the world mourn at the atrocities committed by the terrorist group Hamas, we must remember that there is an evil plot being played out by Iran. We must not join that war. Iran's plan to turn every Arab in the world against America for 1,000 years will be our new reality if we do. The peace talks between Saudi Arabia and Israel is historic. This is the closest we've been to peace with Israel and Arabs. Love and support our Jewish brothers and sisters as they face this challenge, but encourage them, hold them up, and repeat in their ears, never again. The United States of America cannot fire a single shot in this war without stealing the glory from Israel and without stoking the flames of terrorism in America. If you want to stay up on all the latest news and information on gun laws and concealed carry, go to ccwbulletin.com and subscribe to our free weekly publication. To get involved in protecting our right to carry concealed for more than 22 million Americans, join the Concealed Carriers Union right now for free at concealedcarriersunion.com.